is kind of a trench leading out to the ocean, and in this clay little stream trench, what you call it, there's a very slight bit of running water that I'm collecting. And this one. I'm just gonna boil the water and hope that the water has been filtrated on its way. This is where the little stream runs out into the fjord. We are a couple of guys doing this, and you can see two of them this way. There's lots of resources for shelter building. The framework will be built of sticks and branches from the forest that I'll just throw out from this opening. And then for roofing it will be this Phragmites leaves that will be used. This is also good tinder stuff, these seed husks or whatever they call it. The beach offers all kinds of scrap from the sea. So right now I'm scavenging the beach to find some stuff like this. So this is my drinking water. The pot, this pot is quite nice because the lid fits snug, so it acts like a canteen sort of, and just a can found on the beach. And as I said before, I have a hawk, and then I have a t-shirt and a jacket, and some work gloves. That's basically my clothes. So the functional items is my pot and the hawk, and I will use my bootlaces, which is paracord, for a bowdrill. And these are my candidates for a bowdrill set. These two. This is maple, kind of soft and half slightly decayed, and this is some very soft spruce, and this is just for firelighting. I've also collected a tinder bundle, which is up here, just all kinds of stuff from the beach. It's roots and grasses and all kinds of stuff. Some of the roofing I'll be needing, and this stone is good as a bowdrill circuit. There's depression in it. So this is basically the resources and the plan so far. This will be my sleeping area, and I will make some kind of lean-to and have a little fire going in this place.
Kilometer, hvad?
And this is me, by the way. I need some sticks for shelter building. and this is just a giveaway to build with. So there's lots of wide branches that's very useful for construction. I just brought these branches. It's just a shitload of armful of wide branches that I'll drop them down into my shelter. Like this. And now I need some thatching or some finer sticks. For the construction, it's basically a lean-to that I'm gonna make. What is this? A pooping bucket or something. I guess you have the idea of what I'm doing. So it's a lean-to I will make for the shelter for the night, and in total we are 6 guys doing this, and we are doing it on our own. So every person is building his shelter in their way. For the next 24 hours, it's a 24-hour scenario with 3 items, and I'm trying to go with 2 for the first 24 hours. We're gonna stay here for 2 nights, so maybe on the second night I'll upgrade to 3 items, and I will throw in a wool blanket or a space blanket. And of course I have camera equipment and some medic gear, but this will not be used in the experiment. And we agreed on that bootlaces with paracord can be used as an item that doesn't count. It's not a survival scenario that has to be realistic or anything. It's just an exercise for 6 guys and a 7th that's just here because he's too injured to participate, so he's just following on the sideline. Tomorrow will be much more social, where we will make food together and stuff, but today we have to find our foods ourselves and the drinking water ourselves. But I hope that I will build a shelter that's good enough for me to only rely on 2 items, my pot and my hawk. And I will use a lean-to and a fire and try not to depend on hot rocks. That will be rotated in and out of the fire through the night. I'll see how it works out. This looks good for roof thatching, so I will dig in. I'll try to record this, but it will be shaky. As you can see, they are quite feathered out, so I think they are very good for thatching. This guy is in the way. excellent for that. So this is just minutes of work, and this is quite a big bunch of thatching materials before I throw leaves and stuff on top of. Very cool, very nice find. I had no idea what I would find in these woods. It's primarily a beechwood, but there's also a maple, some oak, and some ash tree, and all kinds of interesting underforest scrubs and smaller trees. So this is definitely nothing I would have expected. Extremely nice. Basically I just need some stuff to throw on top to make it some kind of waterproof, like leaves, seaweed, washed up seaweed and stuff like that, right? This is a framework from just of the bigger branches. Basically they are leaned against this cliffside that's ain't the most stable in the world, but this Y branch will take some of it. So now all the small stakes are on the shelter. This will be my spot. It's quite small, but it's mostly a heat reflector for the fire. And secondarily it will be, I'm not expecting too much rain, but I will try to make it some kind of waterproof, but I'm making it very small, so I basically just can lay in there, and that will be my shelter. Found a hammer, just a rusty old pipe, that's good for hammering stuff. It has these kind of marks. Sorry. That shows some kind of rot or decay, and this indicates that the wood is much softer. I don't know if you can see this nail mark I'm doing. It's maple, but it's soft, so it's not hard maple or anything. So it does. The species can be less important. It's more the consistency of the wood that is important. One of us that's doing this is actually a girl that's collecting seaweed, brown algae, Fucus serratus or Fucus vesiculosus are the Latin names if you're interested. They contain complex carbohydrates and some protein and lots of minerals. So that's kind of interesting. The water is about somewhere between 15 or 16 degrees. Maybe 17. Just behind this little not upright tree is my friend sleeping. You can hear him chirping or turning a little bit. And I actually don't know where all the other guys are gonna sleep, but I'll find out. I got my fireboard for the bow drill. I got my bow. I actually with the hawk I actually carved a little hole. It's not that easy, but it's very possible using the two corners. It's much easier to attach the bow drill string tightly to the bow. I have my spindle. And this rock with a hole in.
Jeg vil gerne bestille bord til 2.
I hadn't success with this guy, so now I will try this one. Done the pre-drill and now I will make the notch. Nice. No, it actually went out. I'll just take 2 minutes. The bow drill fire was a failure, so now I'm upgrading to a ferro rod, and I will make my fire that way. It's quite disappointing. This is the first time in a couple of years I haven't been able to make a bow drill fire when I have the time needed for it. I have my tinder bundle, ferro rod, and because this The Hawk doesn't have any sharp edges besides the cutting edge that I won't ruin. I use just a piece of flint. Exposing the fiber always helps a bit. It's a bit. It's tempting just to use the It was tempting just to use the edge of my Hawk. Instead of taking time to split wood, I've just used the the time to find small stuff instead. So splitting wood is not a necessity. My water is quite salty, so I'll try to pour it back and forth to remove this material. Found this can and tried to clean it out with seawater and sand. Spilling too much. Trying not to disturb the bottom layer with all the silt and stuff. As you can see. Just wash it in the sea. Okay, now it's washed, so I'll try to dry it out with my shirt. So basically this is just a very simple settling technique for getting wet. Just let it stand so all the particles fall down on the bottom, and then pour it right back in. And of course I lost some water, but the resource is continuously flowing. Now I need some suspension system for the pot. This is just a simple bipod system with two wire branches and a bigger one that goes across. I forgot to show this, so the water has actually boiled, so I just pick it off. Nice and muddy. Conduction works faster than convection, so, and with the high heat capacity of sand, I figure this was the fastest way to cool off the water. Looking nice. Just planning to do a long fire that goes with as little as wood as possible. And also need to find some more wood, but it will be okay. When I'm out here with so little gear, this having a fire you have probably heard this before, but having a fire gives a feeling of having a place to be, or having a home away from home. So it's really nice. By the way, this maple wood, it's not found on the beach, so there's not sand on the bark and on the surface, so it doesn't fuck up my edge. But all the other woods that are found here on the beach, if I chop in them, my edge will basically be micro serrated from all the little sand corns. That was why I broke it and didn't cut it, the bigger stuff, before. This is the emergency wood for tonight when I wake up and it's all the fire's all died out. This dry splitted stuff will light up easily. One of the other guys is actually Jesper from the founder of bushcraft.dk. This is elderberry flower. I'm making a kind of a tea out of them. I would really like some flavor and some taste right now. The clock is about soon it will be 9 in the evening, so it will be semi-light for a couple of hours still. And I still need to improve my shelter, find some more firewood, and get some more rocks heated, and find some more food. I have a little pathetic bit laying here, so there's quite a lot to do and very little energy. This bowdrill project of about 4 hours was a good challenge, and took a lot of time and a lot of the projects, and that's actually why I chose to go for the Ferro rod, so I could try to do other stuff than just playing with bowdrill. the rule is that it's the white part that can be eaten. This is too green, and this top is also too green. Then you can eat when it starts to get white. And basically the whole fresh root system is white. This part seems dead. It's kind of hard to get. We can't dig in without expending more energy than we get from it. Digging the clay or digging the gravel. So it's just about the ones that we can pull up without and get. And hope to be lucky with getting lots of the roots. I have some other good pieces like this one and some of the others. Not much, but it's something. And now for Phragmites will also be my bed. It's a bit smoky. some more would be nice, but there's something for the torso at least. Also heating more rocks. There's no reason why I shouldn't have a lot of rocks. This is the next load of water. And it looks nicer now after it has the sediment particles has settled. The elderflower tea was awesome. Still have the white flowers. So just put them in. And boil them, and I can just pull them up again. It tastes very nice. It's well, I haven't really eaten. I've only been nibbling a bit to wild edibles, so having the taste from this one is awesome. It should soon flare up. Like that. This is a nice pot. I use the pot hanger again. nice. The rain protection is minimal. Oh, it's something, but it's nice. This area is heated. The clock is almost 11. I'm boiling the last pot of water for tonight. It's nice to have some water to drink during the night or when you wake up in the morning. I'll start to dress up with my wool t-shirt. The jacket I have is just a single layer cotton jacket that's windproof. And this cheap cotton shirt. The water is boiling, but the water was even more muddy this time, so I will give it a good boil this time. It was a nice night with 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 hours of sleep. The clock is now 5:30. I used only 3 hot rocks for the night. These rocks are still hot. Can only say it was a success. With this sleepover, primitive sleepover, the construction is only from natural material. I made this, found these cut off pieces of ash, which I lined up as a fire reflector. And with the heat buffer capacity in all the rocks, the whole area kept warm. My biggest problem was not getting burned by the fire when it was too big with a big ember base. I was actually I had to protect myself with sticks like smaller logs like this one to block the heat radiation. So cool.
Det kan godt have sagtens sove.
The girl and one of the other guys dropped their shelters and just slept by a fire up here.
Når man skal sove, så var det skide lige meget. Det er faktisk det eneste, man har i sit teleskop. Ja, det er helt pilebak.
Fisk, der skulle bare spise.
The clock is now 7 in the next evening. This day have basically just been a relaxing and eating day after the 24 hours of finding your own food in the beach and in the forest. There was still some embers left after tonight. And with a tinder bundle and some fine sticks, I started this fire. I have made a more of a sand bed now, that's more plain and more comfortable to sleep on. The sand will take the shape of your body, and then I will throw some grass on. I'm heating this fire now to heat up some rocks and bury in the sand, so the rocks will heat up the sand bed for tonight. So I'm just making a little fire to get the rocks heated up.
Ja, det er anden gang, vi prøver. Ja. Sidste gang, ja, det var geden. Den lavede vi på sådan en sømmet fast, sådan en planke. Det var faktisk en rigtig god måde at gøre det på. Det skulle det næsten have gjort, den der. Det gik lidt hurtigt lige pludselig. Ja. Men ja. Det skal nok overleve. Ja, det tror jeg også. Det er dig, der kan finde ud af det før.
Du kommer til at presse ind på siderne af det, så du presser græsset ind mod...
Ja, det er vigtigt, at der ikke bare er et hulrum derinde med gløder.
Ja,
fordi så bliver varmen ikke intens nok. Man skal lige klemme det sammen, så man fokuserer det. Ikke?
Ja.
Sådan. Yes. Er du sindssygt billede med? Man kan slet ikke se ham på røg.
Nej.
Stop med pus. Bowdrill fire. This is the start of the second night. I've upgraded to a 4-item trip, so I've put in a wool blanket on top of the ferro rod, the pot, the billy can or what you call it, and the hawk I'm carrying. Tonight I have improved the shelter a bit. A little bit more roofing and some and I'm now trying to make a Nying fire. It's basically just two logs on top of each other that right now I'm just igniting them with some small stuff, and the two sticks are kept together by some stumps, 4 stumps in each corner, which you can pick up, or maybe. This should burn for a long time, so I shouldn't have to spend too much time to maintain the fire during the night. I have tried it a little bit in some other configurations, but it should be cool to see how it works out. Also with this quite small diameter, it's only about 6 inches wide, the logs I'm burning. And they are a bit fresh, so it's gonna be interesting to see how they will burn. It's ash wood, so ash wood burns even when it's recently cut down, because it has a low water content, so you can actually burn green ash wood. I have some dry maple sticks. I am trying to get these 2 logs lit with. So it's gonna be interesting. Just another update. This day has basically just been an eating day, where we have just having lots and lots of food, and playing with some bowdrill and playing with some techniques. Some of us has improved our shelters, like me, to sleep in, and some of the others have hammocks. Have hammocks set up to sleep in for this night. It was only the first 24 hours that should be completed with only 3 items, and then we collected our ward successfully. We found some green edibles. I found these Phragmites roots, which was did have quite a bit of content of sugar. and some elderflower tea, which was also very nice. But all in all, I wasn't. We all the 6 of us who did this all agreed that you are not too exhausted going 24 hours without food and to a certain extent also limited water. It was a very cool experience to try this, to test yourself out and to see how you react, and also to see how your body reacts to these kind of stressors. So this is cool. Now I'm just excited to see how this Nying fire, the fire is called Nying. It's a Norwegian word or Swedish word, I can't remember, for the night, and see how long it burns. It could be nice if it burned for just maybe just 5 hours. So cool. See you tomorrow. There are actually 3 sticks above each other. The stick on the ground, the low stick is just to ignite the other 2 sticks. So I have some grass to sleep on for the torso area, and as said, for tonight I will have a wool blanket. This is the top of the shelter. Just all kinds of wood scrap that's stacked up. The wool blanket is nice to have, so I don't have a cold back or a cold backside with respect to the fire. This is the Nying fire. The gap between the logs is a bit too big, but I'll see how it works out. I hope having the branch in the bottom that burns well with some extra coals will help it start. Good night. This is my place. It's still hot and still radiates heat. So it kept me warm during the night. It was nice. I tipped over one of the stumps because it didn't function as a real Nying, but with the one stump tipped over,
it worked well. The flames could interplay or whatever. So it was nice.
Jeg har slet ikke været dum til at tage bil, jo.
Hvad for noget?
Jeg har slet ikke været dum til at tage bil, jo.
Nå.